Okay, so if I'm right about this, and the... Oh, where was he? Okay, so one of that guy's down... Right, if I'm right about you being... Hmm? Oh. Hey everybody, I was just, sitting here pretending not to have noticed you come in for a bit. My name is, as ever, Mitsuda Madoi. I am a forensic scientist from the world of mystery fiction, and today we are returning once more to the good ship HMS Obra Dinn, where a whole lot of people are McFreakin' dead. And I don't know what to make of any of them. But hopefully we'll get a bit more evidence to work with tonight, as I have ventured down into the underside of the ship and discovered something. I don't actually know what this memento mortem ping is responding to, but whatever it is, it's evidence. God knows I could use more of that. So, let's pop on back in time. Because that's the pitch for the game. That's the interesting bit. That and the fact that everything is in two colors, like some sort of animated Mac adventure game. But anyway, whoa. Oh, that sounds unfortunate. Down he went. Can't even get a look at the corpse. Okay, it's this guy. Also present was the shaven head dude. You a Formosan? You look like a Formosan. You're holding... Yep. So one of the Formosans was probably a humble seaman. So does that mean all of the members of the firing squad were just bottom-level seamen? That certainly seems like a sensible... Like you'd want to give it... Oh, we finally found the first body! Maybe we'll get lucky and putting all this shit on a timeline will help things make sense. Right. Oh, well, this wasn't even anyone. An unidentified stowaway expecting free passage and eventual freedom was instead crushed inside a falling barrel. Well, now we know. So then... Who was the first person to die proper, like? It's probably this guy who was crushed underneath. Person I thought we were examining. Everybody stand back! Now go. Be free, my child. Open that door. And that's a lot of gaseous release. Should probably talk to a doctor about that at some point, man. Alright, there's a French accent. No! Alright, there's... What was that? There's someone... Well, surprise, surprise, most of the same people were present. You didn't even move. Who is this? This is you. I don't know who you are. I don't know who any of these people are. That's kind of the point. Okay, very little progress. At least now we're helping to identify who was on bottom and who was on the top here. Who is this? How did they die? Well, they appear to have been crushed under cargo. Still a total unknown. And that's it, that's the game. It's a bit less eventful than I was hoping it would be. But hey, at least we can look into this massive nuclear explosion. Of course! That's how the crew died. Caught in a nuclear detonation. I should have known. Alright, good talk. Hey, have a nice day. Hey, Walter. Hey. Thanks for showing up. Playing Return of the Obra Dinn. This entire 60-man crew of this ship is freaking dead, and we've been hired to find out why. Why, how, and also who. The who, ironically, is proving the most difficult part. The Insurance Agency Detective Simulator. I mean, that is the pitch, that is the lore, but it is a fair bit more complicated than that because at this point I'm still searching around trying to just get all of the corpses accounted for. Our big gimmick is that we have this item here, the Memento Mortis. If we bring it over to a corpse or just generalized human remains like this, it appears to be a severed foot and 2 leg bones. Leg bones which connect to the foot bones. Anyway, we can use this. And it will take us back to witness the exact moment.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
The last moment of whoever we looked at.
Throw them back or doom us all. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Yeah. That's, Thanks. Oh, Walter, you weren't here for last stream? But, apparently, at some point... Alright, you're in here somewhere. Oh, if I could blow us up a bit bigger, that'd be really nice. But, the reason I titled the stream what it was is because at some point last stream we determined that the ship was attacked by giant crab people. Yeah. That was weird. Anyway, this fella here with the doctor's bag next to him. Come on, if I could just... Alright. I'm not sure if you are still alive, actually. I have to watch the VODs then. I didn't even some yet? I don't have the wits for games like this. Honestly, not sure I am, either. This fella here has what appears to be a doctor's bag next to him, but the game says I don't have enough deets to figure out who he is. I guess I don't know which of them is the doctor and which of them is the surgeon's mate. Anyway, who's dead? Yeah. What's fascinating about this game is that since we have... Okay, we unlocked another new chapter, and that's good. Is that since we have the Memento Mortem, figuring out who died, figuring out the cause of death, you know, the thing that they're kind of pitching at us. To figure out the cause of death is very easy. The hardest part of all this is figuring out, like, identifying all of the bodies. Because nobody's talking about each other's. Yeah, you don't generally refer to people by their names in casual conversation. Right. So this guy lost his leg, and I am forced to assume just bled out. Death out in the middle of the sea is a scary thing, I would imagine. We've successfully identified some of these guys. These number of pips up here communicates how difficult the game expects it to be to deduce who any of these given people are based on what we know already. Yes. I didn't even notice this was an option. Well, is there anyone here with the... That seems pretty reasonable. Right, not all of the bodies are present and accounted for on the ship currently. But whenever we grab... Yeah, this guy is missing his leg, okay. Since there's a second body present, our Memento Mortem is reacting to the memory. You can see there's a dot up there dead already at this point. So if we just head on up the stairs... Oh. Hadn't noticed that was happening. We can add a little color to the world. If you all will just kindly get out of my way. There we go. There we are. Alright, lead me to the body, even though I was literally just looking at it. Oh, ghostly vapor trail. What must we do to identify the next body? Many Jim Jams. Took a... What is that, a whole mast, a sail, So now an accident of some sort. And what an unfortunate accident it was. The game's going to specifically ask what he was impaled with, is the thing. Yeah, it looks like a folded mast. I figured that was what I figured it was. And this fellow we still can't identify. What a way to go. I mean, given where the injury was, he probably didn't suffer. I guess that's a saving grace. Alright, this unknown soul was... He wasn't... I guess he wasn't really speared. Would you say he was crushed under rigging? No, he wasn't falling rigging. Wasn't struck with... I'm really not sure how to pin this one down. Because it wasn't really falling rigging. It was more like... It's the best answer we got. And the fact that his portrait is blurred again means the game does not expect us to be able to deduce who he was with what we know now. But, game might well count it as him falling, or I don't know. Probably not. He's, pretty decisively not the one doing the falling here. Anyway, these problems come but in battalions. Who else is dead? It's someone upstairs? Okay, can I get... I didn't notice a second flight of stairs going up, so I guess... Excuse me, gentlemen, I would like to... Alright, okay, we can get it from here, it looks like. Bang. Alright, now our little ghosty friend has to be a bit extra and circle around to go the long way before we can get it. Come on, baby, I believe in you. Good lord, these people die a lot.
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this?
Alright, what's all this then?
And I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
One tick, gentlemen. There's a pretty shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Oh hey, we found the crab people. Or, well, Jesus Christ, is that... That is an actual... Yeah, no, that's an actual whole-ass mermaid. Goodness me. I am, I'll be honest with you all, I feel a bit out of my depth here. Well, what are you doing over here? Right, I could potentially figure out who this is. He's sort of topside, sort of not really dressed, hanging out with the rest of the crew. Not the rest of the crew, the rest of the passengers. Doesn't look like one of the Formosans. So he's either the Italian or the unknown. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'd like to know is what you were doing below deck. Okay, so none of the people present in that scene were speaking in anything other than British accents. That's important because we know there were a decent number of non-Brits. He kind of looked like he was spiked. He could also have been struck by the mermaid's tail. Game kind of expects me to know who he is. There's a lot of Englishmen down there. Hold on 1 second. Okay, that's just blood splatter. He was definitely struck, not hit with the projectile spikes. Because that is, in fact, a thing that can happen. Okay, the next body is up topside. Alright, up we go, up we go. Good lord, they're dying by the hundreds up here. A ship that was attacked by crab people, mermaids, and incompetent crew. What a disaster of a boat. Yeah, this was certainly an ill-fated voyage. But on the plus side, the moon still exists. That's not the body we are up here to investigate, that was there. These sort of blurry corpses are corpses I've already done this whole run around song and dance on. And I let myself get distracted so I didn't see where the ghosty goo went. Oh boy, 1 second, chat. Only a single solitary. There's only so many places it could be. I don't think it went all the way up here. Oh god, why did I have to let myself get distracted? Look, if the game didn't want me to go around gawking at the scenes, it shouldn't have done this incredibly fascinating one-bit aesthetic. No, I like this. Okay, it's here somewhere. Considering the context, I'm going to go out on a limb and guess you were attacked by an animal. Or a beast. That's what we're calling all this stuff, apparently. You weren't supposed to see that. Oh, damn my own foolishness. Okay, it's not you. Okay, it's not you. Okay, it's not you. Okay, it's not you. You are just a skeleton. God, where did this guy go? Damn my short attention span. Like the spooky, spooky, scary skeletons. Over here's the captain's quarters. This is where our little quest started. We started at the ending. So the absolute last thing that happened was that First Mate Hoscut attempted to lead a mutiny, at which point the captain single-handedly killed the entire rest of the crew before realizing that he was alone on a dead ship and deciding to leave. That much we have decisively confirmed. Hey Mikyoko, thank you. Welcome to the stream, thank you for the hydrate redeem. Notice a lot of people when they first... There you are, you son of a gun. Alright. I noticed a lot of people when they first...
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来全部供出来，
拢是恁害啦！迄个海里较对人无顾好，是啥人温死的啊
He talk about a shell. Very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
There you have it. Sorry I went quiet there. I need to listen whenever there's accents happening. Because nationality is one of the few bits of information we have. Anyway, as I was saying, hello Hime, welcome to the stream. I noticed that a lot of times whenever people, like, show up in chat for the first time, they'll redeem hydrate pretty much out of the starting gate. Is that because I, like... do I sound bad, or is it just because... It's just because I don't have, like, a first redeem. I could set one of those up pretty easy, like... Drink. It is important to drink, yes. Okay, both of these people were spiked with spikes, I do believe. Alright, so I didn't hear any foreign accents, but there are two people speaking something in East Asian, and the only East Asian nationalities represented among our crew. Are these four Formosans? Oh, and these four Chinese, obviously, the doi. Alright, all four of them are topmen, so that's not really gonna tell us much. Oh god, what now? They died dead. Alright, someone was already lying dead here. Five people died in Chapter 5, I guess that's appropriate. So is this little trail flying up above the open sea, this vaporwave thing all the kids are talking about? Right, but buddy, you only needed to move like 2 feet, come on. Oh, a gas cloud can float, I'm so impressed.
Ahoy!
Hell back! Shoot the captain!
Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
So they told you to hold your fire. He's wearing an admiral's hat and everything. At least an officer's hat. I just like to hide her in case anyone forgets. Yeah, that's fine. It's not like I'm complaining anyway. Alright, who are you? Alright, that picture he appears in is one of the Formosan royalties. The person who shot him was one of the Formosans. That's good to know. It's probably the most concrete detail we've gotten since we figured out who the captain was. So this fella here is an officer, and the person who shot him is one of the Formosan, like, guards. Yeah, I know. So all four of the Formosans were just passengers, so this doesn't really tell me anything. He brought treasure, but the treasure killed them. Maybe he was shot so that it wouldn't be brought on board. That's an interpretation, but given the way they were talking beforehand, I don't think that's necessarily... Yeah, we're going a bit earlier in the timeline on this one. I'm not sure anybody knew the treasure was gonna kill them just yet. Though... the person who did the shooting... Hold on. For the boats, wait, don't shoot, I have treasure, yield, hold your... Give me a minute. Right. So, that was very obviously the homicidal mermaid. Can't believe that's a sentence I just said. In the bag. So, if... I don't really get the sensation that anyone aboard knew. Yeah, I don't really get the sensation that anyone aboard knew with that. Yeah, the Chinese man did say watch out for the shell, very dangerous. Maybe he knew something. It's not impossible. This guy was shot with a gun by... one of the Formosans, but we don't know who yet. And there was already a body in that boat. A body which later wound up... brought aboard the ship, shock upon horror. Miss Lim. It's a person present in this scene. Homeboy. There's the person in the hat again. The only miss I'm seeing present here is our mermaid. Let's see what injuries this guy has. It looks kind of like he's missing an arm, but the way it's folded... Is that fire? Is he on fire? this limb, but the only people present here are misses or the mermaids. I know mermaids are a factor that is present in... It certainly looks an awful lot like he is. Is there a limb anywhere aboard the... But non-limb is a Formosan. That's the only limb I see here. So if there is a female Formosan on board, which it certainly looks like there is, though given this art style. You don't appear in any memories we have yet, so I can't check while you died. That's deeply unfortunate. Alright, this is becoming important. Alright, there's no other relations between them, it looks like. And these boats were not the place to be. Oh wait, never mind, I found her. Hey guys, I found the lady. Alright, let me guess, you're gonna go swoop around, then come back. Yep. Alright, what, pray tell, did you die of? Okay, that's not what I was expecting. His cause of death appears to have been opening the Ark of the Covenant. That's, shocking. Positively shocking. Or, I will own up to not being 100% certain what's happening here. But it certainly makes for a stunning visual. Right, that's a mermaid, not a... The captain was justifiably freaking out. I'm even so shocked I didn't even take a chance to stop and look at the body. It kind of looks like she just developed a hole in... Please, Yeah, that's not... She just kind of got injuries on her chest. Ooh, there's a shiny object. One of the chest lasers, I guess, coming out of... Are they coming out of the box and going into the mermaids, or are they going out of the mermaids and converging inside the box. Whichever option, what does that mean exactly?
You still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols! Sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Alright, Hagen and Nichols are present here. Well, Walter, I think we've successfully solved the question of how anyone could have known the box was dangerous. Alright, so O'Hagan and Nichols were both present here. Who are they? Hagen was a humble seaman. Nichols was the second mate. That's important, because I'm pretty sure there's only one guy here who was wearing an officer's hat. And he is standing right next to the first mate in this photo, who's standing right next to the captain. I suppose by process of elimination this would... There's both a third and fourth mate we still have to worry about, though. Anyway, this guy here's getting his neck chewed on. Oh, is that how she died? One of the way bastes tore her throat out. Who's this? How did they die? Alright, this is a 3-star. So the box knocked out the mermaids? That's an option. Certainly looks like it. So you were clawed at by a terrible beast. Alright, can I stop and actually investigate now? Nope. Alright, this is the guy we're actually looking for. You died grappling with one of the Formosans. Given the lack of markings and lack of weapons, I assume you were strangled. Oh, Hagen was one of the rowers. The speaker was someone who was... Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I was about to say the speaker was probably in the same boat as Captain Nichols because he called out to him. But that would be a bit presumptive. It's not like it's impossible to shout out over this range.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon!
Shoot! Mike and I! Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Oh boy. Image is taken seconds before disaster. So it looks like this poor bastard, whoever he is, was probably spiked. But our victim of the image... Our victims of the image are these two guys, who were both impaled on the extendo claws. You, meanwhile, were dragged off to be drowned. If our rowers were the victims... If one of the victims was a rower, I should say, there's the first mate, second mate, rather. And I don't know what that means. And so one of the Ruskies was aboard this. Right, there's no impaled option. So I guess I'd put you down as being speared by a beast. Alright, who else? There we go.
Keep course due east. We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
Okay, so they were just trying to take the treasure and make a break for it.
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters!
Yeah, funny that. And what's your story? We still don't know who you are. I'd like to get all of this stuff just laid out in order before we start making assumptions. And man, would you look at that throwing form. Absolutely flawless. Alright, getting a 10, a 10, a 10. Oh, the judge from Germany has only given the mermaid a 9. Oh, the tragedy. Guess she'll have to wait 4 more years before she goes for that gold medal. Alright, you were spiked. Oh dear god, I thought that sequence would never end. Oh. My god, the stars all went out. Alright, now what am I meant to take away from this? Game says I should know who this is, but it would be difficult. I'm absolutely certain I'm right about this woman. I'm honestly not even sure about your cause of death, but... Let's see here. So 2 of the Formosans were not present, only the sort of stolid-looking ones. That does in fact narrow things down. Because... I believe his name was Bang? You gotta go to sleep, this is a wild boat ride, go look at that. Goodbye, Walter. Have a nice night. Where did I get the idea that this... Oh, you're a different guy than who was on there before. Alright, yeah. Well done, 3 more fates correct. Alright, so you did burn to death. You were clawed. And I've had you right for a while now, but we can only do them in gaps of 3. Oh boy. It's actually pretty slow going when you look at it like this. Alright, is there anything else we can get from this? They say I should be able to deduce who you are, but I'm not quite sure how. Was the person you were grappling with... It was Bang, yes. It's Bang Xia. Will look a bit old to be out there as a seaman. To you, I'm fairly certain are a steward, so if we're going by Fool of... Well, of uniforms, you should also be a steward. The Galligan? Because you were with Second Mate Nichols? I'll save that logged for a moment and see where it gets us in the future. Well, there's only 2 possibilities. If we assume it was a Formosan... Which seems a fair assumption, seeing as how no one else was present, but they're a gold guy. It was either Chia. It wouldn't be that easy, would it? You we've already solved. I think that's the limit of what I can pull from this. Let's get the hell out of here. Afterwards, 2 people went missing. You aren't dead, which means you're alive, and considering where you were when you went missing, you're probably still on the Canary Islands. See? They mentioned it in dialogue, and it's right there. I wouldn't lie to you. Man, this shit's getting pretty crowded. I've investigated the upper decks pretty thoroughly already. Let's head back down again. See if I can't pull up some more. Anything in here? Nope. Unfortunately, we can't use... Well, we could use the memento... No, that's the dude on top of it. Small distinction, but a crucial one. There's nobody here. God, but I wouldn't give for a map of some sort. This is the Orlop deck. Oh. God, my foot's falling asleep. Anything down on the very bottom? Yes, I do want you to open the door, thank you. It's basically a closet. Fascinating, Captain. And this door is padlocked. I don't see anything on the other side, though. You was how we got into this mess in the first place. The crabs are people. When the crabs are people, the dead will walk the earth. I don't know. Anyway, have you seen any dead bodies lately, Queen? I'm kind of running out. I mean, that kind of counts. What do you have for me? They look like crabs, but they sound like horses. That's certainly a thing that happened. You know, I've been seeing around a lot lately. I guess you're someone on the bottom deck, seeing as how it's usually here. But more importantly, this guy's dead. I know what, but I'm not sure how. Or who, rather. There we have a guy and a... I was about to say guy in a turban, but it's a bit too blurry to really say that for certain. Anyway, as much as I appreciate a good particle effect, I don't like the way this is stopping me from seeing what's actually happening. It's kind of important when it comes to mystery solving, you know? Blah, 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 blah. The corpse was moved post-mortem. You were speared by a beast. We all saw that. I'm not really getting anything from your accent. And there's an awful lot of semen down here. So I don't really know how to filter you out. Oh, that's all. I thought you were a topman, but given how quickly you responded to this, and what direction you're coming from, I have yet to be entirely convinced now. Anyway, how do I leave this place? Alright, this unknown was hiding behind... Okay, can't open doors and flashbacks. Okay, seriously, where's the, you have too many legs. Legs, it's so hot, you fry an egg. There it is. Alright, report. Lord almighty, that is a lot of corpses. Right, where were we? There was something in here. Is this the... Yeah, this is the stowaway. I've already investigated this one. That was ironically how we got trapped in that massive 15-layer deep pilot out on the open sea earlier. Excuse you, wasn't done in there. You shut the door when I tell you to. But I feel like I haven't really gotten that much out of the Orlop deck yet. This perhaps seems a bit distracting, but that might be exactly my problem. Put on this pillar. Alright, the wiggly ones are wiggly because I've already investigated. Oh my god. They got the cow! Oh, why? Oh, why must the good always die young? Don't worry, Mr. Cow. I'll avenge you. Alright, what's this gonna give us?
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks up.
What a cruel and heartless murder.
You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Chuck?
Mind your shoes now.
Alright, someone here is named Charlie. How many Charlies are there on this ship? Charles Minor. Charles Minor is from France. I didn't hear any French accents, but I also saw a lot more people than I heard. Just when we were quickly leafing through it. Charles Hirschtick is a midshipman. And there's our two Charleses. A midshipman is an officer in training. There lies the cow. Well, the person I'm pretty sure is Charles Minor is present here. Right, unless there's someone hiding around the corner, which of course there is, then I can't let it be too easy. I have no idea who you are, and the game doesn't expect me to, but he does have a monkey. And in the end, isn't that what's important in life? Now, what's your story? You were already dead by this point. No way I could tell which of the two you are. You have already positively identified. So if I'm right about Charles Boson being there, does that mean that there aren't any other Charlies there? Because it would get confusing? Because that doesn't narrow it down that much, if we're being completely honest with ourselves. All we had to do was look at a skull. A cow was slaughtered for its meat. Such a tragic fate indeed. And there were a lot of people present. But more importantly, there was also a body. They were in the process of hauling it down the stairs, so it shouldn't have died that long ago. See, even our little vapor trail has finally decided that they can just cut down the travel time. Okay. How long have you been dead?
Well, same as the other fellow. Some lung disease.
Not he got sick. That's convenient.
Worse by the cold.
Will it spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
Alright, so the doctor sounds pretty dignified. Sort of probably an older gentleman. Seeing as how you're speaking, you're probably the surgeon, not the surgeon's mate. Does this make you the surgeon's mate by process of elimination? He's the one standing closest to you, you're dressed similarly. And considering where you disappeared, you should still be alive in Africa. I can't say I approve of dereliction of duty, but seeing as how what had happened beforehand, I don't really blame you. Right, this guy is decapitated by a wee beastie. Oh, I don't know if you're the third or fourth mate. Out here, there's a zipped up body bag. Imagine that's where we'll be going next. And there's a lot of dudes here, but we don't know who or why or how. You two are still dutifully guarding your curtain. Absolutely fascinating. Just take a minute to appreciate the aesthetic of this game. I'm not old enough or British enough to have any amount of nostalgia for old Macintosh PC computer adventure games, but oh boy, do I... No, not old age. Succumb to a tragic illness. I do appreciate what's going on here. Yeah, the thing is, it'd probably look even better if I wasn't playing this game at an aspect ratio it clearly wasn't meant to be on, which is causing unnecessary particle effects everywhere. Alright, who's in the bag and why didn't they have their lives in the bag? Okay, so the guy who took ill and died was named Syed. Nice the game to play easy on us for once. And he took ill and died. And this man here... and this man here... We're both Russian, it sounds like. Or, well, no, hold on. These fellows... He's got his head craned over, so he's shouting out to them. Which means this is the guy who was talking, which means he's Russian. And I believe... Just give me a minute. Want to check my notes. There are exactly 3 Russians on the entire ship. So does that mean that the other 2 are the other 2 Russians? Because if that's the case... Would you be our topman, seeing as how you're the one portrayed at the... No, that's too much of an assumption. Kind of firing wildly into the ether here. Right, you're in here somewhere. Hey! I did the thing. So Henry Evans managed to get away, good for him. Paul Moss was sword knifed to death by Volkov, who in turn was shot by Emily Jackson. Praise the Lord for the process of elimination. So I believe that should make it so that these two are also Russian, and I don't know which is which. I know that's already more progress than I was expecting, so, and there's a dead body in that hammock there. So Syed also took ill and died. And someone who speaks Persian, or at least a fairly rare language with that written language, was very concerned about Syed. Don't know what Formosan looks like, but these two are both speaking in something that looked like kanji, or Chinese language, whichever came first. Exactly one Persian, exactly one person from New Guinea. A decent few Indians. Alright, that's where we're done. That does mean I'm allowed to come back and look around here a bit more. And a lot of people took ill and died. You're wearing a funny hat. You look more like you're actively checking up on him, so I suppose... Would it make more sense for you to be the Persian? I am not sure. One second, this is gonna bother me. I live in the information age, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Okay, it looks kind of like written Persian, but I'm not 100% certain. No, that's not what I game. Game says I should have an easy time telling who this is. Must have picked it up at a Lascar house. Syed was a seaman, so logically you should also be a seaman. That doesn't tell us all that much. Random unknown was crushed beneath. All of the people down here should be seamen. If he was yelling at him to drink something, were either of them holding drinks? Doesn't look like it. Pity, I would have felt really smart if that had been right. Right, I will take this opportunity to take my leave. Three casualties. There's a few spots of blood over here. Leading to a skeleton. I've investigated here already. Alright, who else wants some? How many of the remains have we discovered already? Still a whole chapter we don't have yet. And it's called Murder, which is very telling. I mean, as they say, blood will tell. Game lists this guy as only being a 1-star. The gun deck, on the Orlop deck, on the cargo deck. Does that mean he's a gunner? It seems a bit presumptive. This entire door is all wiggly. I can't crouch, so I can step over things. Locked. Still have an entire chapter's worth of corpses yet uncovered, so... This poor bastard's got a giant hole in his forehead, and by forehead I mean his entire body. Have someone in here? Alright, you I've checked already. You tried to pull back someone named Pete. And your name's Brennan. That should have been important. You're kind of dumb not noting that down earlier. Let's go ahead and we're present here. Yeah, you're a busy boy, ain't ya? No, wait, Brennan is the assistant. Brennan is the one he called upon. Does that track? Who's Paul? Is Paul dead, man? This isn't Paul, because Paul's not an officer, and this guy has a nice hat. Pete. We're looking for Pete. Pete who got pulled away, more accurately. So someone tried to pull back Pete. God, but I wouldn't give her an option to make it easier to just look around the scenes without having to. Are you Pete? You kind of look like a Pete, and a fire seems like something you would want to get pulled back from. Peter. It's probably the only Pete here. So Pete, yeah, he's talking about Peter, not someone whose last name is Peters. Door, open the door. Okay, I believe in you. Shut the door on me. The absolute Ponce. The dirty no-good Nick. The stinking rat. The absolute weasel. Part of what? Chat, I usually like to have my streams go a bit longer than this, but to be blunt, this game hurts my head. And the moment I start losing steam, it becomes a bit less interesting. So if it's all the same to you, I think I'd like to cut things here. Now, we made more progress than I was honestly expecting when I hit start stream, so... yes. Thank you all for showing up tonight. I have been enjoying myself. I know I'm not expressing it much because I'm spending a lot of stream time lost inside my own head. But... okay, where is it? I was about to say the moon will always be there, but it appears to have vanished on us. It's probably cause for concern. But at any rate, I'll be seeing you all later. Goodbye.